Hello friends, welcome to the weekly Prepper Pantry Haul with Lee, the Cold War Prepper. And this is the week ending Saturday, January 4th, 2025. So this will be our first 2025 Prepper Pantry Haul. Gosh, I just watched an outstanding interview, Shoemate on the Sean Ryan show. And oh man, I tell you, the stuff that he's revealing or allegedly revealing concerning, what's his name? Littleberger or whatever, the master sergeant from the special forces is unbelievable. Recommend you take a look at that. Sean Ryan show Shoemate interview, and it's about an hour and a minute long. Good news, I passed my test this morning and I am now a general class ham. So my call sign will have a /AG in it, probably until around Wednesday when the FCC upgrades my file online and upgrades me to general class online. So let's get into what I've got this week. Now there is more than this. I just couldn't fit it all on the table. We did a lot of preparations. I just everything that's going on, I keep saying I'm going to cut down, and I don't cut down, and I just end up buying more. So we did get in our monthly subscribe and save from Amazon, and then there was an emergency essentials sale going on. I took advantage of their end of year sale, and but that's pretty much it. I did order my Thrive Life order for the month, and there was an end of year sale. I did not take advantage of that. However, there are some great January sales that I did take advantage of. So I've got my January orders coming in. It should be shipping today, probably. I'm sorry, Monday. And that'll be the 6th. So good news is that Mike Johnson from Louisiana, well, I don't know if it's good news or bad news. The good news is we do have a Speaker of the House so that the House can certify the election results and we can move forward towards the inauguration on the 20th. So there's no disruption in that. Okay, let's get into what we have. Like I said, this is only 75%. I'll try to put the other stuff up. Maybe not, maybe not. My Azure Standard was 100% correct. Everything was great. The vast majority of my Azure Standard order deals with canning supplies. So that's kind of boring. I didn't put it up here. And I also got something else at Academy as part of my perimeter defense system that I just don't want to put out what it is. So let's take a look. This is Azure Standard. I got some tomato flakes, 1 pound of dehydrated tomato flakes. Or is that 2 pounds? No, that's 1 pound. And then at the same time, I have my monthly standing order with Amazon to get basically 1 pound of tomato dices. And I'm only getting 1 can of tomatoes from Thrive Life now. That got an awful lot of different types of fuels. So we got 1 bottle of isopropyl alcohol. That's in case it gets really, really cold. We can use our tabletop fire pits. We got 2 jars of all-purpose propane for the Mr. Buddy, Mr. Heater system. We got 4 cans of butane for the camp stove. This is that indoor 1-burner chef stove that I did a short on. And then I picked up another case, and this is 12 cans of the Safe Heat. I get these at members at Sam's Club. About $20 for 12 cans. So that's pretty good. These 12 cans, by the way, maximum heat for 24 solid hours. So if you're desperate for heat, this is a great way to do it. Picked up a package of cards, Azure Standard, 6 beeswax candles. I think these are 6-hour. They might be 9-hour candles. Also from Azure Standard, we picked up some magnesium, and we also picked up some, which one is this? Peppermint oil. Tomato salsa, tomatoes in a can, diced tomatoes with green chilies, which is basically like a rotel. 1 box of Jiffy buttermilk biscuit mix, and this is so we can do another casserole. It's kind of like a shepherd's pie, except that you, instead of using mashed potatoes over the top. You basically fix the buttermilk and then the biscuit, or you fix the biscuit mix and lay the biscuits on top, so you have biscuits as a crust. Another jar of ghee. Part of our, we picked these up at Sam's, the Cottonelle flushable wipes, so that you can basically use this in a post-apocalyptic world. This is something new. I'm going to be getting one different spice each month. This is Urban Bloom. It's basically a 1 pint mason jar, and it's a windowsill herb garden. And in this case, I started off with basil. Basil is supposed to keep most of the flying insects out of that room, so I wanted to get that. Got a can of Mira mix. This is my 4th one. I think that'll do it for that. Our monthly subscribe and save, we have the cleansing wipes, which are basically the ones that they use in the hospital. A friend gave me this. It's a small flashlight. I like to pick up condensed soups. I didn't get all of the ones. There were some shortages at Walmart when I went. I like to get tomato soup, cream of cheese, but they didn't have any. Cream of mushroom and cream of chicken. Then I did pick up 2 more cans of the Chili Magic, which is really good. We had that. We pulled another one out of the pantry and used it. So I'm trying to replace 2 for 1. Then some chili beans. Helen doesn't mix in beans when she fixes it, just the ground beef and tomato sauce, which is why we need the, not tomato sauce, but can of tomatoes. But I like to mix in a can of beans. I just think that adds something to it. Garlic, stuffed green olives, and then some 12 gauge shells. This is for the perimeter defense system. So the ones on the left are basically CS or tear gas grenades or shotgun shells, so that when the perimeter alarm is set off, that will give a little bit of tear gas in that area. The ones on the right are just solid blanks, so this is going to make a loud noise. 2 cans of corn from Emergency Essentials, 2 cans of egg noodles, so we can make big batches of chicken noodle soup. Picked up some 9-volt batteries, some more lip balm, and some rice. So that's pretty much where we are for the week ending Saturday, January 4th, 2025. So don't forget that our book club, we started a new book, and we're doing it on Wednesday evenings now instead of Monday evenings. I want to participate in the Newham Radio Operator Net for our county, and that takes place at 8 o'clock on Mondays. There are 3 of us at the church who are all general class hams now. We want to work together. Some great news this morning when I was at the test. I was talking with the chief of emergency services for that city. And he used to have a CERT program, and I was part of his CERT program. So I've known him for a couple years. And I asked him some very pointed questions about things that are going on. And he was very honest that, there aren't anything that he has not received any be on the lookout for or be aware of. And I said, hey, I got a thing from DPS that on New Year's Day reminding me to subscribe to an app, iWatch Texas. He says that's pure coincidence. Nothing has been put out as far as anything. And I thought, that there is some validity to that, because when I look at the iWatch Texas app, it was launched in June of 2024. So, that's probably just a coincidence. I did say, however, I said one of my biggest concerns is the fact that if we have, and with this, now they're calling it a Canadian vortex coming down from the north, if that takes out cell towers, if it takes out our repeater towers for our VHF, UHF ham radios, how will somebody who needs 911 services be able to call 911? He says, that's a really good question. I said, well, I think what ARES, and which is the Amateur Radio Emergency Services, as well as the county emergency services are trying to do, is get FRS in the local area to report into a GMRS, and then the GMRS call into the county emergency services, and they should be able to dispatch from there. So, there is an alternative, but just not widely known yet. But anyhow, that's something for you to think about. Think about getting either FRS or GMRS. As we were having that conversation, one of the guys in the group, as a matter of fact, he is in charge of the ARRL testing facility. He said that he's thinking about getting his GMRS license and putting a GMRS repeater and antenna on his 110-foot tower. So that would cover basically 5 counties if he did that. So with line of sight as far as the modeling. So that would be phenomenal. Okay. Happy New Year, everybody. Please stay aware of the news. Right now, it looks like the biggest news is going to be this cold front coming down. For those of you in that line across the Ozarks, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, Kentucky, it looks like right now you're going to get the brunt of it. So please do me a favor, stay prepared, stay warm, and stay safe. Remember that we're all in this together, so we can come out the other side together. Please be kind, polite, and respectful to each other, because togetherness is the key. Bye-bye.